Or 10 things I wish I knew about cycling before I started. Stay tuned. So number 1. First one is how hard it is when you first start cycling. After not cycling for 20 years, you get on a bike, even on an e-bike, and your legs are telling you, what the hell are you doing to me? And your legs just want to keep telling you to stop, stop, stop. You have to keep going and you get fitter. And I wouldn't say it gets any easier, because all you do is you just go faster and go further. But you do get fitter. But I wish I knew it was going to be this hard at the start, the first few months. But you know, you can get better. That's my first one. So number 2 is how much you've got to learn on how to maintain the bike, from brakes to wheels to the drivetrain to cleaning. The main thing is the drivetrain. I've watched about 100 videos on how to clean it and how to maintain it. Even went on a little course locally to me, how to maintain it and that. And you've got to know what you're doing, especially when you start going on your ride. It's not a case of throwing it in the garage and then getting it back out after a couple of months and hope for the best. You know, you've got to look after it, make sure it's in working order, especially when you want to go for, to the 50 to 100 mile range. I'll leave a little link up here of a video I did on how to clean the drivetrain and the bike. I'll just leave it up the top there if you have a look, up here somewhere, and you can have a look to see how I do it. So yeah, watch that if you're interested. Yeah, but you've really got to know your maintenance side of things if you want to start taking it serious, your cycling and stuff. I didn't realise how much there was and how much I'd have to keep maintaining the bike, you know. I thought I was just going to sling it in the garage and get out when I wanted it, but you just can't do that. So that's number 2. Number 3 is how expensive it can become. Now if you get serious and start wanting to get serious like me, it can become quite expensive, from, you know, buying the computer for your navigation, the Garmin. That cost me £190 from all the gear to maintain your bike, the tools, you know, at least have the minimum. All the muck off products and all that I've bought, the clothing. I'd highly recommend getting yourself a good pair of cycling shorts. I've got bib shorts, they're brilliant with the bibs on, you know. They're so comfortable. I wear a pair of Castelli, cost me £60 on their Merlin cycles. If you have a look on there, I'd highly recommend getting yourself a pair of them, or the bib tights, as long as they've got the padding in the crotch. And obviously don't wear underwear underneath, just wear nothing, otherwise you'll find it becomes really uncomfortable. Yeah, but it's a really expensive hobby, you know, maintaining the bike as well. And obviously new stuff comes up and then you want it. So yeah, so that's my number 3. Yeah, so number 4 is how addictive it can become. From, you know, wanting to go out and do the rides, you know, it's good for your mental health, it's good for your physical health. I mean, I'm so much more fitter now in 9 months than I've ever been, you know, not since I was 21. And it does become addictive, and you want to get on your bike all the time. You know, when I'm at work, I just can't wait until my day's off to get on the bike and get out there, do a bit of filming for you guys, and hopefully enjoy it. But yeah, that's my number 4, how addictive it can become. And yeah, it's probably not the worst addiction you can get, especially with the mental health and physical health it can give you. So yeah, that's number 4. Yeah, so number 5 is don't be scared what people think or what you look like. I'm big, I'm 18 stone, and when I first started I was wearing all sorts of baggy clothes, big fleeces and all sorts, just to hide the embarrassment, I guess. I watched a video what Leonard Lee did, which obviously a good YouTuber, inspires me a lot. Yeah, Leonard Lee inspires me a lot, a bigger rider like myself. And he said, don't worry what people think. They see you for 2 seconds. They haven't got a clue what you're wearing and don't really care. So that's when I started getting myself some cycling gear and getting the confidence to wear it, and it does feel a lot better, especially when there's a bit of wind. You can cut through it a lot easier. So that's my other thing, don't worry what people think. So number 6 is make sure you pick the right bike, what suits your needs. Is it a road bike, mountain bike, bit of both with a gravel bike, track bike? If you've got a local shop, go in there, have a look at them and make sure you pick the right one what suits you, the right price, the right stuff what's on the bike. My previous videos I've done the last few days, you know, I want to change my group set to a 105, you know, stuff I've learnt while I've been riding. I bought mine online, I didn't go in the shop. I'd recommend, if you can, going in the shop, having a look at the bike, having a chat with the guys in the shop and making sure you pick that right one, because it is like the previous one, expense. And number 7 is make sure you get the right size bike. Now I fluked it on this and got a medium and it's perfect. Got it online, just got a medium, hope for the best. If you are close to a local shop who do bike fittings, go to one, make sure you get the right size. Everyone's got different size legs, everyone's different, and you may need little different touches for the size you need. So I fluked it, but I recommend, if you can get in the shop, go in the shop. That's 7. Clipless pedals. How I lived 4 months of riding this bike without clipless pedals, I do not know, but I did, and I'll never go back since I got them. They are absolute brilliant, especially a little climb here and I'm pulling up as well as pushing down, and they're just brilliant. Now I recommend, when you first buy a pair, to get the ones that I've got a pair of pedals where you can use the pedals as normal, and on the other side they've got the clip, and then the shoes I've got are like more for the mountain bike, but they look like road shoes, as you can see, but they've got the grip on the bottom so you can walk around in them. I highly recommend getting them for your first ones. I love them. I probably won't go to the normal shoes like these, but yeah. Number 8, clipless. Don't be scared to try. Get used to them at home first. So number 9 is always take the minimum requirement on a ride. Now the minimum requirement, as far as I'm concerned, is tyre levers, spare in a tube, even if you're tubeless, a multi-tool, some kind of food, even if it's just like a bar, a bottle with a drink in it, minimum. If you've got room for 2 bottles, put 2 bottles on. Good set of gloves, I'd say, and I'd say that's a minimum. Yeah, always have something, and obviously always take your telephone with you, because you don't know where you're going to be and where you're going to get stuck. So always take the minimum. Always try and take safety as well. Helmet. I've already gone through the clothing, so I won't go through that again, but that's the minimum requirement. I think people might add more to that. If you want to comment and add more what you think the minimum requirements are, please add it. Yeah, but that's it for me. That's 9. 10. Now this is the best discovery I ever found for a bike. Before I bought this bike, I never even knew you could do this on bikes, and that's tubeless tyres. Now I was getting punch after puncture when I first got this bike, because obviously my weight and stuff, and then I started watching videos on tubeless and people started telling me about it, and obviously I thought, oh, I'll try that, and then I did a setup video, so I'll put that up here somewhere and you can watch that if you want to know how I set up my tubeless tyres. And honestly, I cannot recommend them enough. They are the best things you can get on a bike, I think. Tubeless. I've never had a puncture since, touch wood, and they're just brilliant. Fix the sounds, you don't even know they're fixing themselves, and they're just absolute brilliant. Yeah, highly recommend getting tubeless. And yeah, that's my 10. That was my 10 things I wish I knew before cycling. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to carry on my ride now, so I'm going to put a bit of footage of the rest of my ride on if you want to stay tuned and watch that. I'm just at the start of my climb. You know the telephone box if you've watched my training route before, and hopefully I can get off here quick now. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you like these sort of videos, like, press the bell, do anything you can for me. It only takes a few seconds for you to do it, and it really helps me out. It gets more people like us watching. So thanks again.